And that's the hard part. People do change, but the reality of it is you got to be realistic. And that's the hard part. I'm going to say that shit again. People do change, but when it comes to change, you have to be realistic. The average adult struggles with the ability to separate their feelings, their thoughts that they sit in with reality. The truth, the facts about what's going on with the people that they have expectations for. The family members, the friends, the business partners. People do change. But the reality of it is, the change has to be realistic with how the fuck their life set up. People do change, but you got to be realistic. I keep repeating this because most people, they ain't really understanding what it means when somebody say you got to be realistic. So it's a bunch of people in relationships, it's a bunch of people in business deals, it's a bunch of people on jobs, and because they cannot separate the thoughts that they sitting in, the emotions that they feel, from what reality, the character, the ways, the habits, the lifestyle of the people that they have these expectations of change for. They don't really understand this. People do change, but you got to be realistic. I'm going to say it again because some of y'all change, but the change you expecting from them, the change you want to see, the change you got high hopes for, the change that you believe, the change that's going to create the potential picture for what you want for you mixed with them by themselves, whatever it is you want it for them for, or they say they want it for them, it has to be realistic with their character, their ways, their habits, their lifestyle. People do change, but the change you're expecting, the change you're looking for, the change that you want, the change that will better their life, it has to be realistic, or you're not gonna see it happen. People do change, but you got to be realistic. Because I need y'all to hear this. You don't need to see. You need to shut up and listen. Close your eyes. Close your goddamn eyes. Ain't nothing but dark on the screen. You don't need to see. Close your eyes and listen to the sound of my voice. People do change. They do. That's a fact. But the change that you expecting, you're looking for, that they say they want, that you want for them, it has to be realistic. Don't worry about what you see. Close your fucking eyes and listen. People do change. I'm going somewhere with this. Shut up, close your eyes and listen. You got to be realistic. Being realistic involves you separating what you feel, your emotions, the love you have for them or don't, the anger that you feel, the ingest, the jealousy, whatever it is, setting the emotion aside and looking at pure fact. Get out of your head. The thoughts that you create and based on your perspective, get out of that and look at the changes that you're expecting, that you want, that you feel like they need, and look at a bitch lifestyle, what they're doing, their habits, their ways, how they spend their time, and be honest with yourself. This is the reality of whether the change can actually occur or not. Y'all heard what I said? Because some of y'all, you're stuck on dumb. You're in relationships and keep hoping and wishing and praying that somebody change in ways that it don't meet the capacity of what the fuck is going on. But see, you can't understand what I'm saying if you don't have the ability to get out your fucking feelings and out the thoughts that you created with your broken thinking, given to you from your generational curses and your unhealed trauma, and just be honest about what's in front of you. People do change, but you have to be realistic based on their ways, their lifestyle, their habits, their addictions. Y'all understand what I'm explaining? Open your eyes and type and tell me whether you understand. And then close them bitches back again. People do change. They do. Men, women, old, young. People do change. But the shit got to be realistic. They resources, the things they have within their reach to meet the needs for them to be able to change. It has to be realistic. This is the thing, because I see somebody type, they have to want it for themselves. Close your eyes again. Close your eyes and listen to what I'm saying. I ain't talking about want right now, right? Because that's true to a certain extent. There are people walking around every day that want more money. There are people walking around every day that they want a business that's successful for themselves. They want a husband. They want a wife. They want more kids. They want more response. There are people walking around that they genuinely want better for themselves. But the resources, where they're at, their habits, their lifestyle, what they spend their time doing, the things that they're conditioned to be involved in, the stuff that's going on around them, the shit that's being put into them every day, it ain't out. They want better. But the way realistically shit looking, we're talking about the ability. We passed the part about whether you want it. You want it. I want it for you. She want it for you. He want it for you. Your kids want it for you. We all want it. Great. We all on the same page that we want it. Now let's be realistic. Let's get to the realistic part. Because change can occur. But you got to be realistic. Y'all receiving what I'm saying? Because this shit is gold if you really understand it. If you genuinely understand it, like something should click for you. When you viewing the people, this go for kids, parents, aunties, uncles, friends, lovers, side chicks, main niggas, whatever. People do change. But you have to look at the situation and be honest. Because some of y'all in a fantasy world. Nah, to go even deeper, when you're realistic with yourself, you're honest about the timing as well. There are a lot of people with a lot of potential. There are a lot of people with resources at their disposal. But the way that a lot of people procrastinate, the way that they dwell on negative thoughts, the way that they sit and don't move on opportunities, they don't open the doors that are in front of them for them to be able to reach new levels, get new things going on for themselves. It's going to be a while for the change set in. Realistically, it's there. It's there. You look at the situation, it's fully at their reach. But based on their capacity, how they operate, how quick they move, how open they are to change, it could be a while. It could be a while. It could be a while. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 8 years, 10 years. It could be a while. Now, being realistic about how long it could be. How much time do you got to waste? How much time do you got to give? How much time do you have to sacrifice to wait on that change? We being realistic. Might take a while. Might take Shonda a while. Might take Bob a while. Might take Chris a while. He could do it. She could do it. Might be 6 months. Might be 2 years. Might be 5 years. Might be 15 years. Might take 2-3 times going to prison. Might take a while. Realistically, looking at how long it might take. Some shit you can't even tell how long it's gonna take. Based on how the person moved, they so unpredictable, you don't know. Could happen tomorrow, next week, or 2032. You don't know. The question is, how much time do you have to sacrifice waiting on that change? Ask yourself. Because this is the real shit a bitch don't evaluate. Y'all get on calls with me, you want to know my perspective on relationships, or how long I should stay on this job, or how long should I wait for this to kick in. Ask yourself, how much time do you got? Now, to go even deeper, evaluating how much time do I have to give to the next relationship, the next job, the next opportunity, the next situation. You got to look at your situation. Goes right back to you. We started out talking about changing others and ended up right back to ourselves. How much time do you have to spare? How old you is? How much money you got? The state of health you in? How much time do you have to sacrifice based on your situation?